Welcome to the beast. This is the Volvo XC90 and it is chucking it with rain today, which I'm dead chuffed about. We need the rain so bad, so bad. Oh, people are honky-tonking away. Anyway, how are you guys? This is basically a filler video. It's Thursday lunchtime now. I like keeping up the videos. My Wizz Air video from last week is taking longer to edit than I thought. 12 weeks to go until the Swirl tour begins. It'll be 11 weeks when we do the Wizz Air video, and it'll be 10 weeks to go the week after that. If you haven't already got tickets, haven't figured out how you want to participate yet, please do drop us a line, get involved. We want the right people to be there. I've got 2 new books in the post today, which I'll tell you more about another day. Science's First Mistake, how we measure what we measure and why it matters. The Quakers book is about a very cool social movement that came out of Britain and the US. Did a lot of social enterprise work, social innovation. Companies like Cadbury's came out of it. And then, I don't know if you've seen Shinrin Yoku, The Art of and Science of Forest Bathing. How trees can help you find health and happiness. Beautifully produced, so I can't wait to read that. Alfie had a good idea the other day. This car is so old, you can put a SIM card in it. I think I'm going to tweet out the phone number for the Corcovado car phone and get you guys to ring in and have conversations on the car phone. Because when do you ever get to see one of these anymore? So that's going to be fun. The Swirl is now 12 weeks to go. If you look at Andy Smitherman's website, you can see his new books coming together. Tom Cops and Sites coming together. Some of the promos are going out on the Corco Creators Instagram.
I am at LaSalle and she's looking beautiful on this summer evening, and I've been spending some time with Jess talking about the Swirl, organising some real treats for everybody in November.
It's going to be happening in here and out there, and I've got a whole program planned for you.
The reality is this vlog is a filler. I just wanted to say hi, show you the new wagon. It's been a kind of rejig couple of weeks, you know, back in the woods, now wanting to share the woods with other people who care about Corcovado. And I've been working up a partnership agreement because I want different friends who are influential across different parts of society to sort of come together and agree to be together in something. And I've been reading about the Quakers, who were an old Christian socialist movement who came up with things like, you know, the Cadbury's family, and the Cadbury's company was a social enterprise that came out of that movement. You may have seen Friends meeting houses. That was the old Quakers. So I'm thinking that we're going to call it Friends of Corcovado, of which I am one of those friends. Because that's kind of how it started anyway. Went to the Corcovado rainforest and I was like, this is the pinnacle of biodiversity, and our relationship with nature is what frames the rest of our thinking. And I want to be thinking about diversity and inclusivity, and basically a networked way of thinking rather than a linear industrialist way of thinking in everything that I build and do. So last year I made a film and a book and I showed it to everybody on tour. This year we're going to be making the film and the book together on tour. Made on the Road are going to be co-producing it in their big wagon that I showed you a few weeks ago, and that is very exciting. And I am finally now getting back to some work that I left, I guess, about 2 years ago. The work I've been doing on intelligence as a super concept for UCL University. I'm now beginning to make inroads in working with Sussex University and Sussex NHS Trust to try to do what I call experimental research. I call it experimental because we don't know what we're doing, and you're sort of stabbing around in the dark trying to find something useful that relates to your ideas. On the tour you got Andy Smitherman is an author who's really writing about justice. You got Tom Copson, a singer who's really writing about beauty. And then I guess as an artist, it's just a bit geekier because my art is really about looking at the grey area between art and science, so where we begin to quantify and measure things. I was very inspired this week, and I'll put the link in below, watching my friend Michael Green do his TED Talk again. So me and Louis, when we did Solvi, we got on stage with the Prime Minister of Iceland through Michael Green. Michael's a bit of a mentor and a friend. We met on Twitter actually back in the day. If you watch his TED Talk, you'll see what he talks about with GDP, going beyond GDP. I guess is the same work that I personally want to begin to do with the IQ paradigm. Anyway, that's the exploratory or experimental research that we're doing there. More and more now it's about the community, it's about the network, and it's really encouraging that these ideas of making stuff ourselves, little spots of Corcovado to have moments of stillness and being, they're happening. So here's a little video from Darren.
Hi guys, my name is Darren and I run the photo blog photolife.com, and I am a UK landscape photographer sort of based in the southeast of England, and being out in the woodland and out in the countryside is my natural environment. It gives me a chance to completely switch off, to walk away from any distractions and just sort of clear my mind, and that's why I enjoy it. Now the other week I actually came out of my comfort zone and I was asked to do a photography exhibition showcasing my photos from the local area, and what I loved about that was that these photos, some of the people had never gone there, but it was the way they connected with the photos, it was the way they interacted with them, and hopefully it made them be inspired to go out and enjoy this beautiful countryside that sometimes we take for granted.
I did say this week was going to be the Wizz Air video. It's taken a little bit longer for me to edit than I thought, but I had an absolutely amazing time in Italy. They pulled their concept off so well. It was this flight to the unknown. I don't want to spoil it, but, well, basically I had no idea where I was going, even as the plane was coming to land. Just to bring it back to the beast, I feel like the car really suits my life right now. I could take a move towards family life. I could be sleeping in the back, in the boot. I could be taking 6 friends with me on a road trip somewhere, or I can do the woods life and 4x4 I can put stuff in the boot and take it down to the tip. Right, I think that's it guys. I hope I've actually framed my head in this, because obviously I know sometimes I have been known to miss my face a little bit. It's Thursday lunchtime now, so I'll see you tonight. Well, hopefully you're watching this Thursday 9 PM. I'll see you next week for Wizz Air, and then when we come back for more Corcovado vlogs, it's going to be 10 weeks to go until the Swirl. So I must admit I'm a bit nervous. If you want to get involved in the Swirl and you haven't already, get your tickets below. Let us know what you can contribute. We want everybody that comes to bring something to the table, to feel that they participated, and in that way to co-create not only the Swirl but the story of Corcovado for this year, and the manifesto we'll release to the world through the film and the book. Guys, take care of yourselves. Look after each other. Get outside and enjoy the rain. Think about how bloody thirsty the land is and how glorious this must feel. You know what it's like when you're desperately thirsty, how good an ice cold bit of clean water feels. And imagine how the land feels right now. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you next Thursday 9 PM.